Hey there, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. This week we have six, maybe seven plants in spike or bloom. So we're gonna have a look at those, see what else is coming up. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started right over here with Cattleya, maxima, cerulean. Look at that. Very nice indeed. This flower especially looks really nice. This one right here. Just perfect shape. Love that. Um, this plant still has three more spikes that haven't bloomed out yet. You can see some little buds down here poking out. And then there's some buds in here. And then some buds down there as well that are going to be pushing out. Hopefully they'll all be bloomed out at the same time. And that'll be great. 6 spikes in bloom. Unfortunately, that's still not as many flowers as the plant had last year. It was 21 or 22 flowers last year. One of the spikes had 7 on them. So there are fewer flowers per spike this year. There are some issues with the plant, and I've been saying that once this bloom is all done, I'm going to pull this guy out of the pot, get my pruners, and just start taking it apart. Something's not quite right with this guy. So next to it you can see Bulbophyllum medusae, one of my favorite orchids. Only blooms, I mean the blooms only last like 3 days, but they're so amazing when they flower that it's worth it for me. Plus it's an easy plant to grow. If you can grow Bulbophyllum, you can grow a medusae. They're just real simple. They like regular water and warm temperatures and regular fertilizer, open kind of airy mix. This one's in a basket, and the basket's inside of a pot so that it kind of stays humid in the root zone but still plenty of moisture retention as well. So that will pop open in the next couple days, and by this time next week that will already be faded away. So I'll try to take some video of it while it's in bloom in the next few days. Last year, this is the Alba variety of Bulbophyllum medusae. This is the white one. I also have the speckled variety back here. I was very happy to see today that it also has got spikes pushing through. You can see just the little tips of them pushing off the new bulbs there. And that's great. That means those are going to be blooming as well in the next couple months or so. Great news. Oh, and just one thing about fragrance. So this guy actually does have a fragrance, but it's not strong at all. It's very faint, and I would call it a spicy floral fragrance. It's sweet, but there's a little bit something spicy in there too. Again, it's not really strong. I wish it was stronger, but there is something there. Now let's go over here. The Catasetum type orchids are reaching kind of the last stage of their growth. So a lot of them have lengthened and gotten to the height they're gonna reach this year, and they've just started to swell. Those bulbs have just started to get fatter and fatter. And there's a couple of them that have spikes. So 2 of my Cycnoches. This is Fire Embers. It's a new hybrid. Looks like it's got 9 buds on that spike. And that's still got a few weeks to go, but that's going to be the first one to bloom. That's exciting. No idea what that's going to look like. Could be speckled, could have a solid color. Really don't know. And then we've got Cycnoches cooperi back here. Probably one of my favorites of all the Catasetum types is this one. And you can see the spike. When we look at it head on, you can see all those little places for buds to pop out. So each one of those pointy things is going to have a bud underneath it. So I'm hoping, last year I think we got 9 flowers on it, so I'm really hoping we're going to get quite a few more than that. That's going to be, again, that's still got several weeks to go, but every week we're getting a little bit closer. I'm having to water more frequently as these plants suck up water and nutrients to pack into their bulbs. So you can see it's getting kind of crispy on top here. It's just pure sphagnum, but um, I'm having to soak it all the way through twice a week. Um, Even this one with the PET method, you can see there's a reservoir at the bottom there that's completely dried out. So they really are sucking up everything into their bulbs in this last phase of the growing season for them. And what else? Oh, I've got a big Phalaenopsis with 11 plus 6, so 17 flowers pushing. It's going to continue to grow and look really great. And that's just about it. Again, we're going to look at the Nepenthes real quick here. I love these Stenophylla, how fuzzy they are when they come out. This one's going to have a new picture growing down there, and then it's also got one back here that it's working on. And then this one's just now finishing up a new picture. Why are you focusing on that? Okay. And then, of course, my other little Bongso crosses here, and the Raja by Edwardsiana. It looks like the newest leaf looks significantly bigger than the last one, so that's a good step forward. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go look at my Phalaenopsis. Oh, and also my clivia has decided it's going to try to bloom again. Let's go look. Alright, my Phalaenopsis, after training that spike for months, it's finally decided it's going to start pop open flowers. So you can see it's got 3 open here, several more on the way. And then down here there's another spike that's developed that also has. It's interesting that it stretched out so far before it actually started putting out buds. But that's going to be cool. Behind it, I've got one of my little succulents. This is a Haworthia tessellata, and it put out like 5 spikes this year that just died before they ended up blooming. But this one finally made it, and you can see the flowers aren't much to look at, but there's something in bloom. And then finally, big surprise here. So my clivia started putting out offsets a couple years ago, and I thought, I think the number is 12. They have to have 12 leaves before they'll bloom. Well, would you look right here? You got buds on this offset, and there's quite a few of them in there. So that is spectacular, because as you remember, this was in bloom just a few weeks ago, and it's going to bloom again. That's great. So yeah, the late summer bloom has begun, and that's going to be pushing us into, before we know it, we're going to be in autumn, and the autumn bloomers are going to step up. I'm not sure what that's going to be. Probably some other more Catasetum types, and then on and on we go. Thanks for stopping by. I'm William Green. These are my green pets, and we'll see you next time. Bye.